What's the worst advice you've ever received?
Gosh, I've probably tried to eliminate that from my memory. I'd say, I think I can. I think I can remember. Just from memory, from what I can recall in this moment, some of the worst advice I've ever received is to treat dating like a sales pitch. That when you, grotesque, isn't it? When you're dating, somebody wants, and this is, I'm not, I don't want to judge the people who said this, because there's some contextual factors that make this a bit more nuanced. But effectively, people tried to convince me at times, at different stages, when in Rome, do as the Romans do, as in, when you're dating, try to make yourself as attractive as possible to someone, try to make yourself as relatable and likable. And that actually had some merit, but it led me down a path of thinking, okay, I don't want to take this literally, but at the same time, at least it prompted me to ask a question. Should you accept all parts of yourself, or should you change the parts of yourself that aren't working? And it led me to realize that there are parts of yourself you should change, there are parts of yourself you shouldn't change. You change it, it's different for every person. But what I wanted to change about myself in the end was being more proactive in my relations with others, as in, if I was interacting with someone and I like them, be the first person, if it's appropriate to do so, to ask them on a date. Don't wait for them and get them to read your mind. Be honest. But there were other things about myself that I realized I don't want anyone else telling me not to change those things, and I'm not going to change them. Like, whenever I date, I've always been very honest about what my needs are and what my relationship goals are from the start. So no one can say I didn't know, because we did know. We had that conversation early. I have certain lifestyle philosophies that I've never breached and never will, so I'm completely avoidant of all drugs and alcohol and gambling, and there are certain things I just won't do. I believe they're inconsistent with moral code for me. And I just, people may not find it relatable, but my mind needs it to be healthy, but at the same time, it creates more trusting relationships, and the people that are attracted to that are probably also more likely to be trustworthy as well. So although some people might see it as rigid, or might see it as old-fashioned, or might see some of my values as perhaps a little bit boring, so to speak, I don't want to attract people who only like me just because they see something alluring. I want to attract people who are actually willing to talk to me for more than 5 minutes. And that's something I would encourage anyone to do. Like, know what your own values are, and know what you want out of a relationship, and be honest about it. Enter it into it in good faith, because the way I live my life might not be the most suitable for everyone, but there are certain elements that we should all have, and we all would benefit from them. And acting in good faith and being honest is certainly one of them.